Hello, good evening and welcome. It is Tuesday night, 8 o'clock here in the UK. I hope you're well. Tonight's subject for discussion that I've been thinking about today is that life isn't a test drive. Life is not a test drive. It is the here and now. You don't have any choices. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's not a practice run. You don't get to say, let's redo it or anything like that. That's it. It's not a test drive. You've bought the car. You have to use it. So why am I going on about this? Let me tell you a story. I've got a very, very close friend of mine, and she suffers with a very, very rare illness, which means she had things like open heart surgery and lots of ancillary, if that's the right word, problems associated with it. Now, does she let that stop her? No, she runs 2, maybe even 3 thriving businesses. She's always happy, always cheerful, always positive. Yes, she has her down days like everybody else, yeah, but she doesn't let her illness get in her way. She does the most she can when she can. Now, a lot of people with similar kind of symptoms are in the doldrums. Life is crap, life is awful, I can't live like this and all the rest of it. It's 2 choices. Same issue, 2 choices, yeah? You can either go down this path or go down this path, but the situation, hi Kelly, how you doing? The situation is the same, yeah? 2 ways of looking at things. And it's the same with addictions and all these ancillary, all these associated problems that go with it. A lot of people are all, woe is me, I can't handle it, life has dealt me a really bad deck and all this kind of thing. Other people have gone, yeah, I've got a problem, I'm going to sort it, I'm going to deal with it. And guess what? They do get on with it, they do deal with it, they do sort it. I was watching something today, yeah, absolutely right, absolutely right. I was watching a video by Brian Cox today, and he was talking about the universe and how old it is at 13.75 billion years old. I mean, that number is just ridiculous, yeah? But that's a tiny number compared to this one. Do you realise the chances of you actually being born as you are something like 1 in 400 trillion? I'll say that number again. You have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born as you. I mean, that's almost like saying you had no chance of being born as you, but I'm here and you're here, so we had some chance of being born. Just imagine that for a second, yeah? The mathematics that go into the fact that you are here, that you're living, you're breathing, you're in a westernized country where we're not at war. You can pretty much guarantee to get food, you've got shelter, you're not living on a bridge, you're not dying of famine and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, we are so lucky where we are in the world. Yeah, we've all got issues, we've all got problems to deal with, but put those to one side for a second and look at the broad picture. The broad picture is that we are so lucky. And the problem that we have is that most of us don't take up the opportunity. We don't decide to make the best of what we got. We look at things in much more narrow view. We look at things with tunnel vision, yeah? And I don't actually mean a tunnel, sort of that kind of thing, but almost like a funnel, yeah? The world is big and wide at the top of our funnel, yeah? Lots of different ideas, lots of things to think about, but we start to discount, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do the other, and I'm more and more useless, and you narrow things down and down and down until you get to the stage where you can't do anything. You think you're so worthless, you're so hopeless that there's not one thing you can do. And your mind gets set in this viewpoint that you can't do anything. Well, it's garbage. You can walk, you can talk. Most of us can drive a car. Most of us can read and write. We have lots and lots and lots of skills that we discount. I know people that can speak 3 or 4 languages fluently, and they say, I can't do anything, I'm useless. How can that be? How can that be that somebody can speak 3, 4 languages fluently like a native, yeah, and they think they're useless? It's ridiculous. But we do this to ourselves. We put on these sort of voluntary blinkers that are taking away everything we can see and what we can't see. And it's even worse when you've got a drink problem, because when you're drinking, alcohol makes you dumber and dimmer and see the world in a much worse light than it actually is. It actually messes with things like dopamine and GABA or GABA, which is another chemical messenger thing in our heads, yeah, to make us, it actually dumbs us down. It takes away our brightness. Now you might say, Paul, well look, you know, I drink a lot, but I function, I do really well, I have a successful life, I do this, I do that, I do the other, I'm doing really, really well in business or really, really well in life. Or you might say, well, you know, my life sucks, I'm no good at this and I can't do that and I can't do the other. Okay, well just imagine for a second, if you take that alcohol away and get it out of your system, imagine where you'd be if you did that. So say you're here in life, really high up in life, yeah? You're probably only using somewhere between, I don't know, 60 to 70% maximum of your capacity because of the alcohol that's got hold of you. You let go of that and poof, you're going to fly. Now, if you're down here thinking, oh, I can't do anything, I'm hopeless and useless and all the rest of it, yeah? You take away the alcohol, you get it out of your system, you just forget about it, it's not a thing anymore. You are going to rise up and you're going to be able to do things, you're going to be able to see your life in a completely different way. Seriously, life will become more open to you. It will be more exciting, more interesting, more stimulating. You will learn to love life more, be more, do more, think more, yeah? But you have to make the decision. There's no magic bullet, there's no magic pill. You can't take this pill and suddenly the world becomes brighter. It's not the Matrix, you know, where Neo has the choice of the red pill or the blue pill, and he takes the red pill and the world changes it instantly and he suddenly becomes aware of everything that's going on. Well, in real life it doesn't happen. The red pill and the blue pill are there, I guess, metaphorically, yeah, but only you can take the pill and swallow it. You can't go to a pharmacist and say, make me better, yeah, because they'll give you something. There's a store full of different kinds of drugs, yeah, and they'll do certain things for you, but they won't fix what the problem is, and that is our outlook on life. You have to take off the blinkers, take off the blinds, take off the hood, take off the mask, open your eyes, whatever it is you need to do to actually see that there are more opportunities out there. Life is bigger, brighter, more beautiful than we could imagine, yeah? But if you're only focusing on the dark side, you know, use and all this kind of Luke, come to the dark side, and all this kind of stuff, yeah? If you just focus on the crap that's in life and the negativity, and you know, maybe you're in a bad relationship, maybe you haven't got a relationship, maybe you're feeling lonely and all this kind of thing, if you only think about that, then guess what you see? Only that. Let me give you another example. Let's say you're going to buy a new car, and you're going to buy a car that you've never thought of before, and it's bright red, it's a sports coupe, and it's ridiculously expensive, and you think, that's it, I'm going to buy this car, yeah? I've not seen one ever before, and I want it. So you've got the money, you go to the car dealership, you buy this car, you drive it off the forecourt, and away you go. Guess what is the one thing you are going to see for the next 3-4 weeks before your brain adjusts back again? You're going to see more examples of this red car. It's a proven fact. What you focus on, you get more of. Yeah, it's a proven fact. Like if I say to you, let me think of something impossible. Okay, pink elephant. I want to say it again. Pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant. Now, forget doing a search on Google. I guarantee that within the next few days, you will come across a pink elephant somewhere in your life. Guaranteed, yeah? Because now I've sort of set a little seed going in the back of your mind, going, what the hell's he on about pink elephant, yeah? That'll be up here somewhere in the back of your head, and within the next few days, you will see a pink elephant. Guaranteed. You see, you get what you focus on. And the reason I know this is that I've been in some very, very dark places in my time, through depression and almost killing myself through booze and all sorts of strange and stupid things that I've done in the past, yeah? I've been in that dark place, and I know that when you only focus on the dark, That's all you see. You don't see the beauty, you don't see the light, you don't see everything. And the only person that can make you see the light, come to the light side, is you. Nobody can fix you. If you're waiting for a knight in shining armour, if you're waiting for a billionaire in a big flash car to come and pick you up and whisk you off into another world, if you're waiting to win the lottery that's $400 million, ain't going to happen. You're wasting your time. And besides, even if you did win the lottery, do you realise that something like 99.9% of all people that win a big number in the lottery, they're bankrupt within 5 years, and in a lot of cases they actually owe more money than they won in the first place, because you haven't got your head around it. When you go in for the lottery, it's like, the ticket will do everything for me, it will bring me all this stuff. Well, yeah, the check, if you win the lottery, will give you a big number to put in your bank account, but if you're not prepared to deal with that in the right kind of way, if your mind isn't set properly, the money just will be frittered away, and within a very short period of time it will be gone, and you'll be back to your old life again. And it's the same thing when we're talking about how you look at life right now. If you're looking at life right now from a very, very low point, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to feel. That's all you're going to hear. When you turn on the news, it will be negative. When you go through your Facebook page, Facebook is brilliant because Facebook knows what you want to see. So if you're typing in pictures of negativity, of sad people, and if you say my life is shit and this and this and this, guess what you're going to see in your timeline? Negative thing after negative thing after negative thing after negative thing, yeah? If you're in the UK, okay, this is a brilliant example, and you are either pro-Brexit or anti-Brexit, yeah, and you're discussing a lot of it online, guess what's going to be in your feed? Sort of message after message after message, image after image after image. It's going to be Brexit, yeah? And it's the same with your feelings. If you're, I'm really sad, I'm really low, I'm hopeless, useless, blah, 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 and you post this kind of stuff, then Facebook is a mirror, almost, of what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And that's how your life is, yeah? You have to take the steps necessary to get yourself out of where you are. And yeah, I can help you, and other people can help you, and books can help you, and courses can help you, and X, Y, and Z can help you, but the person that does the most is you. You're the only one that can read the book. You're the only one that can call me and say, Paul, I need your help, yeah? I can't do it. There are lots of people that want my help, but I can't go saying, do you want my help, 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 yeah? Because that would just drive people insane and drive me insane, because I can only help people when they're ready, yeah? And I try and put myself out there, I try and let people know that I'm around, but they have to come to me when they are ready. So I guess really, my question is to you, are you ready? Are you ready to make the change, to push yourself forward and not do this kind of half-assed, well, I tried to quit drinking 5 times last year, but this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened, and so I just had to have a drink. No, you don't just have to have a drink. You have choices. You are way more bigger, brighter, more intelligent, stronger, more powerful than a bottle of booze any day of the week. You really are, yeah? All that happens is that sometimes this, I know it's not alive, but just the way I like to use this parasite that's got hold of you makes you think that you're stupid and dumb and hopeless. It's got this like vicious cycle. It's okay, yeah, I'll help you relax. And then you have a drink and you don't relax. And, oh, well, I help you relax and have another drink, and so on and so forth, yeah? You have to break the cycle. And you can do it. You are, I'm not going to use the word genius because that's bandied about too much and nobody knows what it means anymore. But you are big, bright, beautiful and able to do what you want. Even if you have disabilities, you can still do things. Even if you've got an illness, you can still do things. Even if you're not very strong, you can still do things. There's a guy, and I've forgotten his name now, Michael something or other, and he's a paraplegic, and he has to have a nurse with him 24/7, 365, and he's able to talk and that, but he literally can't move any part of his body. This guy's written books, this guy has moved to a different country, this guy makes an absolute fortune doing internet marketing. There's another story, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. This is a book by a French guy which was dictated to his wife via eye movements. The guy had become, I think he had locked-in syndrome or something like this, where again, no outward gestures, no movement at all. The only thing he could move was with his eyes, and he could blink, yeah? He dictated an entire book by blinking. It's a beautiful book. Have a look for it. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Diving Bell and the Butterfly. It's beautiful. So please don't say to me that you can't do something, you can't push forward, you can't make changes, because we all can. And I'm a living example of this. I was 20 stone, I was eating too much, drinking way too much, in an unhappy relationship, in all sorts of different situations, yeah? But I dealt with it and I sorted it and I set myself free, yeah? My life is still a work in progress. I am by no means in any shape or form perfect. I'm not saying that, yeah? But I'm a lot better off than I was 5, 10, 15, even 20 years ago, literally. I'm much better off, yeah? I'm not talking financially, I'm talking about up here, yeah? And body-wise, I'm way better off. You can be as well, yeah? But you have to make a start. Okay, I'm going to show you something. If you've got a piece of paper handy, get yourself a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to just draw a straight line, like that, a straight line. Okay, a straight line. And then in the middle of your straight line, draw a circle and put this moment in it, yeah? And then at one end of the circle, preferably one end of the line, preferably the left-hand end of the line, write past, and at the other end, write future, okay? So we've got a straight line with a circle that says now, this moment, and then we've got at one end we've got past, at one end we've got future. Yep. So we can't go back into the past, yeah? It's not possible. You cannot go back in time. But we all do this all the time. Oh, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. I'm feeling really bad about this that happened. I'm feeling really awful about that happened. I'm really feel bad about this person who passed away, yeah? But you can't change it. You can't change it. The past has gone, yeah? Equally, if we go towards the future, we're always like, yeah, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do the other. I'm not going to be able to do this because I'm hopeless. I'm not going to be able to get fit because I've never been able to get fit. I always eat too much chocolate. I'm never going to stop eating chocolate. I always drink too much when I get sad. I live alone, so I've got to drink because it helps me relax. How do you know this stuff? This is the future, yeah? Even computers, the biggest, fastest, most powerful computers on the planet cannot predict the future, yeah? It's not possible. So why do we do it? Why do we do it every single moment of every single day, trying to predict what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, yeah? It's not possible. You can't relive the past. You can't predict the future. All that we have, you, me, and everybody, all that we have is this circle in the middle, is right now. And that's where you do change. That's where you make change. Right now in the moment. Not what you try and do tomorrow, what you try and did yesterday, but right now. This is where the change happens, in this moment, yeah? And what you do is you say, right, okay, just finish that glass of wine. I'm not going to have another one now. Right now, not tomorrow, or I'm going to have 2 glasses tonight and just have 1 glass tomorrow, or yesterday I had 2 glasses, I'm going to have 1. No. That's it. It's just now. Right, okay? Just now. Right now. This is where you make the change, in this circle. Yeah? And every time you want to try something, do it now. Yeah? Don't think about tomorrow morning. Don't think about in a week's time or a month's time or a year's time. Go for it now. What can you do now to make the change? And then as you go into a new moment, what can you do now? And so on and so on and so on. And then the small change becomes, bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then once you finish that change, you start on another one and another one and another one. What's the old cliche? From tiny, tiny seed does the mighty oak grow, or something like that. A tiny, tiny, tiny seed, smaller than my thumbnail, yeah, can grow into a tree 200, 300, 400 feet high. So that's giant redwoods in the States, yeah? They start off with this, a tiny acorn, there you go, a tiny little acorn, tiny little thing, yeah? And then over time, it grows bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger. And then it's taller than a, you know, you have to look up like this to see it. We are who we want to be. Not who I want you to be, not who your parents want you to be. We are who we want to be in this moment, in this period, right this second. That's who we are, yeah? And, you know, there's nothing more than that. It's not about being the greatest person on the world. It's not about being the fastest or the slowest or the most attractive or the most able. It's about being the best that you can do, yeah? Whatever it is that you do, even if it just means you're in a job that you don't like, well, start trying to figure out what you do like, and then start figuring out how you can get from here to the new job that you want, that you will like. Because I talk to a lot of people, and I did this myself as well. I don't like my job, okay? I want the opposite of my job. Well, okay, but what is the opposite? Yeah? I don't know. Well, then how can you go from A to B if you don't know what B is? Yeah? And it's the same with drinking. Everybody focuses on quitting drinking, but that's only a step. It's only a step. What do you do when you've quit drinking? Spend all your life thinking about quitting drinking or being an alcoholic? Hi, my name's Paul and I'm an alcoholic. Do that for the next 35 years? No. It's steps. Yeah? We have to make the step in each moment. We have to decide what we want, decide where we want to be, and then every single moment move ourselves closer to where we want to be and further away from where we don't want to be. If you're living alone and you want to be in a relationship with some nice person, yeah, well, define who you want to be with. What does that person, you know, what is that person like? Where is that person likely to hang out? What kind of things do they like? Now, say you want, well, I want to be with somebody who's really cheerful, somebody who's really upbeat, somebody who takes care of themselves. Great, yeah, somebody who's genuine and honest rather. But if you're a scruff, if you're not genuine and you're not honest and you don't go to where these kind of people hang out, how the hell are you going to meet anybody like that? Yeah? It's like a tortoise, you know, living on a little shell on the ground going, I want to go out with an eagle. But the eagles live on mountains, yeah? And they fly around at, you know, 10,000, 15,000 feet. So how's a tortoise going to meet an eagle? Yeah, unless it becomes its prey, that's the only time. So if you want to be an eagle, if you want to go out with an eagle, you've got to raise yourself to the same level as an eagle, yeah? It's that simple. You know, it's not tortoise and the hare, it's tortoise and tortoise, hare and hare. If you want to get to that next level, you've got to push yourself to be up to that level, you know? So, I think I've gone enough about that. You want to stop drinking, you want to better yourself, then you have to make the decision. It's as simple as that, yeah? Don't do posts about it. Don't go woe is me and join the pity party that goes on in lots of groups about, oh, well, you know, I tried this and I tried that, and I tried the other, it didn't work, and I drank water for a couple of days and that didn't work. This stuff takes time. We generally overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 5 years, yeah? That's a fact. So stop underestimating yourself. You're capable of far more, but you have to make the decision. Then you have to do what's necessary. So that was it for tonight. And it's all about life isn't a test drive. Life is not a test drive. Life is here. Life is now. Life is ongoing. So do the best you can, or if you really want to, stick your head back in your shell and turn the light off. Now, hopefully nobody wants to do that, but I would much prefer to see people going forward. If you want to talk to me, if you want to have my help, I'm happy to do that. Just drop me a message here, or send me a PM, or phone me, whatever you need to do, yeah? I'm happy to talk to you, not an issue. Have a wonderful evening, or afternoon, or day, depending where you are in the world. And I will see you tomorrow night, which will be Wednesday night, 8 o'clock my time, which is